Wartio Man says, just finished rewatching Avatar. Crazy how I saw the raid on the Capitol failing during the day of the Dark Moon in a different way this time. Shiz was built up since the library LMAO. Love your vids. Yeah, I mean, I think I've... So for people... Okay, this is funny, but... So out of people that I know in real life who are aware that I have a YouTube channel, even people who know nothing about One Piece, nothing about anime or whatever, even people in like my general life who are like kind of in touch with, like, they've checked in occasionally or whatever, what I'm doing on YouTube, even they know about the raid fail. Because, like, it's just so constant everywhere, right? If you look up my name, it's just going to be tied to that. So, like, I've had friends basically who know nothing about One Piece be like, dude, what's the raid fail? Like, what's the raid fail? Like, they've asked about that. They don't understand that it's something, like, internal to the series. And so I've always, here's the analogy or, like, the example that I've always given to them, because most people have seen Avatar: The Last Airbender. The go-to example I always have for them is basically, like, you know, the Day of the Black Sun in Avatar, where they all did this big assault or whatever, and then it went bad. That's basically what I'm saying is happening. It's just on a much bigger scale, because that's the closest thing people can understand to it. So they're like, oh, okay, makes sense. But then people are confused why it's like still being talked about, and I have to be like, well, One Piece is a really long story. Aztec Device says, hey Mork, listen here, the raid will fail. Agreed, I'm doubling down with all my friends. You should too. Just hearing how many of you guys are going out and making bets based on the raid, I'm like, obviously I'm going to do that. That's my thing, but like, I'm a little weird. I'm like, how many of you guys are like making blind bets based on this stuff? I think we're all going to win out and be right, but I'm like, I also don't need to hear this. This adds to my stress slightly. I'm like, well, in the off chance that like this raid doesn't fail, like let's say hypothetically this was all wrong, raid doesn't fail. Jesus Christ, how many of my dumbass subscribers are also going to lose a bunch of money over this, huh? I guess we're all in this together, so it feels a little better. I can also, on the flip side, be like, good. I'm happy other people are losing money, too. But the good news is that we're all about to make off like bandits. Rich as fuck, because the raid will fail. Soon. But just maybe not in 1051. Stormrave says, I really hope Oda pulls a Thriller Bark and has something crazy happen like how Kuma showed up. I hope it's like that, too, but it's just Kaido showing back up. Pirate here says, I bet my mortgage on the raid failing. Thanks, Morge. Yes, everyone please try and be like the Pirate Hero. You know what? Fuck it. Everybody, go out today, make a big bet on the raid failing. No, actually, you know what? What I just said, I'm a little worried that could be taken too literally and not as the joke, which it is. Let's clarify that. I just flash back to how many people get in trouble for encouraging gambling, like across YouTube, Twitch, etc. So you know what? Forget I said any of that. Wisdom Minari says, I bet my Morge plushie on the raid failing. No, don't bet your Morge plushes. Those are valuable. They're not in production at the moment. You don't want to lose those. There's certain things that are replaceable. Money. Loved ones. That's pretty much it. Money and loved ones. But certainly not Morge plushes. Alright? Milo says, damn, lucky you clarified it was a joke. I almost bet my life savings. Listen, you would not believe the dummies that come into this chat. In fact, so many dummies at certain points that we have to turn chat onto slow mode. Matthias Martin says, Morge, you aren't fighting alone anymore. You think risking money alone is going to be enough? You could at the very least risk... That is a very nice speech straight out of Alabasta. It's actually one of my favorite speeches of the series. But, thanks. Appreciated.